And every parent has a right to object to the things their kids are being exposed to. But there is a breaking point. And the breaking point is this: the fundamental existence of school is not to learn about sexual pleasure, not to learn about new sex acts. The fundamental purpose of school is to prepare our kids to be successful adults who can go off and have careers. And it is up to every parent to then teach their kids morality. It is out of the place for the school to do it, and I reject any notion that parents here are filled with hate or bigotry. The parents don't want their kids sexualized. If other people want to sexualize their kids, that's their business.
Now, I don't know what you guys are trying to do. I don't know, why didn't you take these books out and say, that's it, we're done with these books, but you guys want to sit here, just keep the books. You know, instead of you guys taking the 6 books out, we wouldn't even be here. What's the problem? What's the agenda? What are you getting out of it? It's getting ridiculous. People got kids out here, okay? I'm not against the gay. I'm not against anything. I'm against the books, okay? Don't sit here and say that people are sitting here coming to you guys and just telling you, oh, we want these books out. You worried about the gay people? No problem. We're not worried about the gay people. We're worried about our children, okay? And second of all, I don't want to hear anybody, okay, sitting there saying, oh, you guys are offending the gay. These are kids. They can be 18. If they want to become gay, let them become gay. Who cares? It's not our problem. We don't want kids to have access to these books. It's nice and simple. I'm not going to address the situation no more. It is. It is what it is. And the only person that's behind this is Rashida Tlaib. Do not vote for Rashida Tlaib. It's nice and simple.
Clear that at the core of this issue is an ideological battle. And it seems like, and I hope I'm mistaken in my assessment, that some members of this board have inclined towards an insane, liberal LGBT ideology that holds many fanatical views, but none so deranged as the idea that is good and students should have access to material in school as part of education. And the reality is, the proponents of LGBT liberal ideology here and elsewhere are fine with democracy as long as people vote for their fanatical views and as long as it supports their wicked agendas. If people vote against their views, the liberal authority blocks the democratic process and imposes the LGBT liberal positions on the populace. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Board of Education, if democracy matters, we are the majority here in Dearborn. Let us draw the boundary.
That should be all you need to see this for what it is. It's one woman's crusade to stir up the ultra-conservative element around one trumped-up issue. Come on, these kids weren't reading these books. And use it in a manipulative effort to replace a balanced school board with one tailored to their narrow set of views. Then all the way to the top until there are no voices left in this country but theirs. I don't know that she expected such support from the Muslim community, but here they are, apparently fervent in their fear of all LGBTQ, because like I said, it's their turn to embrace the American way. So the school board has done its duty. You've listened to the community's concerns, done your investigation, presented a reasonable program that allows each parent to make these decisions for their kids. And I, for one, won't give up my rights as a father to anyone whose parenting skills are so fragile their teenagers can be undone by ink on a page. It's time for you to draw your line and stand by it. Much of the community will stand with you despite all of this. If you cave and remove these books, they may believe they've won, but it doesn't make them right. History will judge them on that, and it will judge you. This nation does not look back fondly on such efforts to subdue its freedom.
A lot of innocent young queer kids, they have made them terrified. And I come to you today as a mother, as a member of this community, as a wife, a mother, a queer mother, and as a woman who always has to fight for their right to exist, as a Black woman who always has to fight for their right to exist, as a queer person who has always had to fight for their right to exist. I am sick and tired of people telling me to go off and be whatever I am somewhere else. I am not going anywhere. I am sick of the only books that my son can read are about slavery and lynching, things that I find disgusting. Those are things that I hate. Those are things that I find unacceptable. But we are always reading about those things. We never get to read about love, kindness. If it bleeds, it leads. Anything that gets shot, time somebody gets in a car accident on Beach Daily or Gully, it's the first thing on the news. If a lesbian couple gets married down the street, you never hear about it. Quiet, it is my turn.
Please address the board. And please be respectful of the speaker.
Books are media. Quiet. Reclaiming my time. I want 5 seconds back.
Please continue. Please continue now.
I will not be shouted out by people who are of a faith other than mine.
Thank you for your comments.
This is not a debate about books. It's a debate about culture. And let's just admit that. Because
Be respectful
people
and allow someone
who
to...
want to ban books about gay people and come up and use words like pedophile to describe gay people, who use words like sexual perversion to describe gay people, you're not trying to ban a book. You're trying to ban gay people. That's what this is about. And it's obvious because the signs are there. Let's talk about what this really is. You hate gay people, and it's obvious because look at how you behave when one gay person speaks. Look at how you act, and your children
You guys-
are watching.
Mr. Stone, you need to
I'm being
address
shouted
the
down.
board. You need to address the board and not the audience.
Yes, well, I'd like to also say this. Characters in books deserve to be defended. Every kind of character. Gay characters, black characters, every diverse kind of character that can exist in a book belongs in our libraries. And you know what? They belong for one very simple reason. Because literature reflects reality.
Address the board, please.
Literature reflects reality. There's people who do all kinds of things in books. They're villains. They shoot people. They hurt people. They do dastardly things. And we don't try to ban them from every book. And if the most wretched villain belongs on the page of a book, then so too does a young gay child or a gay character who's just trying to survive.